Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and thanks, Micheline, and thank you, MPhil, for the very adept way in which you managed today's proceedings. As you may know, the recordings will be available afterwards, and Micheline and I were just saying that how amazing it would be to make these recordings available to our students next year that are asking us for examples of good studies. And I know that you guys that are in the session have asked for that. And hopefully you can see that we would be able to do that for the next group. So if I know MPhil said that he would put up an example of a certificate, and this is one from last year. And what makes this one actually very interesting is that I know it was Devald Mini that presented his research today based on the work that Anthea Myatt had done last year. And I was saying earlier about the programmatic nature, and I know that we keep on saying, and I'm speaking to the wrong crowd here, but we want students to choose topics from the list because those topics are based on a programmatic interest of a specific supervisor. And the work that Devald did builds on what Anthea did. And of course, Devald suggested further work, and so did many of the people that presented. So we're showing you an example, and this is an example from last year because we didn't want to favor any student this year, but each of you that presented will receive a certificate like this. And, please be proud of it because you are the best presenters and the best topic and the best grades, if I put it that way. And I know that many of you also did not present today, or some of you that attended did not present today because, somewhere along the line, something didn't work like it should have, and so on. So congratulations to all of you that actually have done your research, that are completed with your research, and but especially to the ones that presented today. So I'm going to just close off with a few observations. Well, number one, thank you very much to the track chairs that made themselves available today to head up the different sessions. Thank you very much for the students that put the effort into. We know that there's no extra grades for doing this. It's purely just an opportunity for you to show off the fantastic work that you did. We used to have in the past awards for the best presenters and for the best topics. And I think if you have swapped between the different sessions, I think you would probably agree with me. I certainly know that in the finance and accounting stream, I wouldn't have been able to choose the best one because all of them were fantastic. All of them were topics that really make a difference. And it's extremely satisfying to see these research topics coming from our MBA students. I mean, there's all the ones I saw were publishable, and that's really speaks of the quality of the research, which also brings me to maybe just thank Professor Charlene Gerber for the fantastic work that she's done with the students this year. You might not know this, but Professor Gerber is stepping away from research methods next year. Her hard work is needed at the development finance side, and I know that she's also looking forward to taking on some of the challenges that are on that side. But she's led this module, I think, for at least the past, I would say, 5, 6, 7 years, and she's really transformed the research methods module to something that used to be this massive obstacle for students to something that becomes something that we're very proud of. And this research meets industry also was an invention because we saw the fantastic quality of the research coming through. So all the honor that we can give Professor Gerber. Thank you, Charlene, for the brilliant work that you've done. And I know that it's unrelenting, and it never stops. And we give you lots of gray hair, but thank you for the hard work that you put in for this.
I have no gray hair. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, you can see mine. Okay, sorry, that's a bad joke. I want to make a point about the amount of engagement and rigor I saw today. With every presenter that we had, there were at least 2 or 3 questions that were asked afterwards that I thought that I could see, everyone was interested, everyone is engaged, and that's extremely heartwarming to see. It's really, really satisfying to see. So well done for that. For those of you that came into these sessions that actually were not presenting yourselves, but just supported your colleagues or your peers. I know that not all students are here, but the right students that should be here are in this session. I also want to thank Micheline Meyer, who does an absolutely fantastic job of managing the research through the year. And, you've grown leaps and bounds, and I'm super proud of you as a colleague, of the work that you do, and today's presentations and the smoothness of how the process has run is also credit to you for the amount of work that you've put in behind the scenes and in support of Prof. Gerber. Congratulations to the supervisors that had students present today. I did say this earlier as well, but someone that Professor Wesson, that every second student that presented was from her. So that speaks of the quality of supervisors that they are here. I promise that when I come back from sabbatical, that I also have students in this session. Yeah, I thank the supervisors. I thank the students. The files will be uploaded. Micheline, maybe just as a closing point, where will the students that want to see the other presentations, where will they be able to find this?
So I'm going to refer on to MPhil, who put who's got a plan
Okay.
that he will share with us.
Okay,
yeah, that
Michal,
will most likely be shared via an email as a Google Drive link.
Okay.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Maybe not today. We just have to organize and split the recordings, but hopefully within the next couple of days.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so with that, I think Micheline said we declare this session open. With that, I'm declaring the session closed again. Thank you so much again for everyone attending this. We know that some of you are still in your elective block. Some of you have the luxury to not have to be in the electives anymore. But this is really for us one of the highlights of the year. And if you know the work of Daniel Kahneman, Daniel Kahneman says that our memory of any experience is somewhere the high, low, and low point along the experience, but how you end something has got a significant role of how we experience and we remember. And this certainly, I hope, would be a high point for many of you to remember going forward as presenting or as experiencing what other students have presented. So well done. Thank you. Thank you for making us as faculty members at Stellenbosch Business School very proud. And yeah, we will see you next year at graduation. Thank you very much. Have a great Friday.